In this video, I'll be going over my October 2025 income report for Etsy. So first, let's start with how many visits my Etsy shop got. So for October 1st, 2025 to October 31st, 2025, my Etsy shop got 18 visits, which looks like this decreased 61% compared to 2024, but that's totally okay. Right now, I currently have 5 listings on Etsy. They should all be active right now. 2 of them did expire when I looked at my shop earlier today, so I did renew them, I think, already for today. So I should currently have 5 active listings on Etsy. They're all digital download products, so that means like I don't have to ship anything out or anything like that. Whenever somebody buys one of my products, they should just get a link or something like that to be able to download my product after they purchase like any of my products. And then before I move on to orders, or actually we'll do orders right now. Okay, we'll do orders here. So I did get one order, pretty happy with it. I'm not really running any ads right now for Etsy. I think I am part of the Etsy offsite ads, but that's something that like I think Etsy runs. Like I'm not personally running my own ads, if that makes sense. I think if I do get a purchase off of the Etsy offsite ads, that I do have to pay like an extra fee or something like that, but that's okay. And it looks like I got this order on October 1st. But since I haven't really created a new product recently for Etsy, just because I have a lot going on right now, like personally, I'm pretty happy with this. It's really any sort of extra income, and I don't really have any expenses for Etsy right now. I really just have Canva, but I use Canva for like Amazon KDP and YouTube too, and like I can use Canva for like other projects or businesses if I want to. So I don't really count that as like only an expense for Etsy, if that made sense. And then before I move on to the conversions and revenue, I do want to thank Everbee for sponsoring this video. If you haven't checked out Everbee already, I highly recommend checking them out. I'll have a link in the description below in case you're interested. And there's just so many different tools that Everbee has to offer. So over here you have My Shop, Product Analytics, Shop Analyzer, Keyword Research, Profit Calculator, Favorites, Learn, and just so much like information and data that you can find from Everbee. So for example, we'll do Product Analytics. You have all this information. There is so much. You can customize, you can like use the I'm not sure if these are called filters, but you can use these here and adjust like how you want this to be sorted out. So let's click on this one, and then you get so much more information. You can view this on Etsy. You can go to the shop details. You can look at this growth rate. You can look at this trends graph. And you can adjust like all the filters however you want them to be. And then I'm just gonna give this a minute to load, but you can also go over here. You have like keyword research, profit calculator, which is one of my favorite tools. And so let me scroll down here. So then you have this whole graph, and there's just like so much information, keywords or tags here, and then volume, competition, keyword store, and yeah, you can find out so much information using Everbee. And then also right here, like if you type in a search, so dog digital paper, 91 monthly searches. So let me just type in like cat digital paper, or just type that, and then 507, 138, 167. So you can type in literally like any sort of keyword or product, and um Everbee should pop up like this little search here if there like is data available. I think no matter what, something would pop up. I'm not totally sure. Usually there's at least one search whenever I looked at that, but that is just another tool that Everbee has to offer. And so the profit calculator, my favorite tool that Everbee has. And if you have watched any of my other videos, you probably already know this, but I just love that you can like play around with these numbers and the pricing and figure out what your potential profit can be, because you don't want to put all this effort and time and money and like to create your store and your products and everything, and then you finally get your first sale and then you realize you lost money on it. Like you really don't want to find out that you lost money. I mean, unless like you don't mind that, but if you're in the business to make money, then highly recommend using this tool, especially if you're a beginner, just to get a better idea of like what your potential profit can be. And there's also this advanced tab here. You can input different amounts, input like discounts, change the payment method. Like there's literally just so much information that you can do. So all of mine are currently at $2.99, I think. So my net profit, $2.21. But for example, if the offsite ads, 185, you can change what percentage, 176. You can change how they pay, 181. Like, there's literally so much information that you can gather from just using this. And you can also do like Etsy ads, input whatever ads you may have there. And yeah, there's just like so much data and information that you can get from Everbee. So I highly recommend checking out Everbee if you haven't already. Even if you are advanced, I feel like there's still probably something that you can uh, gain from Everbee that like potentially can be helpful for your business. And especially if you're a beginner, I think Everbee can be very helpful. And I mean that's my opinion. I love using the profit calculator tool, and Everbee has just so many tools that you can use. So um, I do highly recommend checking out Everbee if you're interested. But yeah, this is my favorite tool. And if you have a favorite tool, I would love to know if there's a tool you specifically liked or some sort of feature that I might not know about or might not really have figured out about yet. Please let me know. And yeah, if you also love the profit calculator, please let me know. I just think this is really fun. Since all of mine are the same price, I don't technically have to use it a lot right now, but I do really love using that tool for some reason. I just think it's really cool to give you a great idea on like what your potential profit could be. But looking at the analytics and all of the keywords or the tags and the search volume, and also when you do a search here, like you scroll, you have Everbee right here. So Everbee is giving all this information, help you figure out what products potentially you might want to make. So yeah, if you're interested in Everbee, I should have a link in the description below for you to check them out. And thank you again so much to Everbee for sponsoring this video. And then moving on over to conversion rate, 5.6%, which increased by 5.6% compared to 2024. And then, oh, here we are. Let me just fix that. There we are. And then for revenue, $2.39. So I may have had like a discount code or could be an offsite ad. I'm not entirely sure. I think, have some discount codes set up potentially for Etsy. I think I think I do. Um so that potentially can be why this might be 239, or it's just like fees or anything like that. So um yeah, it looks like I got this on October 1st, and it looks like revenue increased by $2.39 compared to 2024. So yeah, I'd love to know how Etsy is going for you. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to put them in the comments, and I can do my best to try to answer them whenever I might be able to. Thank you all again so much for being so patient and understanding with me as I'm trying to, figure out a lot of personal, just a lot of personal things or issues, or just a lot going on right now. I'm still trying to figure out like a good way to get back on track with YouTube and all of my businesses, like Etsy and Amazon KDP and everything like that. And I'm trying to figure out how to get more consistent with all of that. So I just greatly appreciate you all being so patient and understanding. And yeah, I really hope that I can hopefully start creating more content and um soon. And yeah, I just really, really appreciate you all being so patient, understanding. So I'd love to know how Etsy is going for you. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to put them in the comments. And if they're about Everbee, I can try to answer them. And if I'm not entirely sure on the answer right now, I can recommend that you reach out to Everbee, and hopefully that they can better help you with whatever question that you may have. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this overall since I'm not really running like my own ads right now. So this is pretty much just passive income. And I know it doesn't really seem like a lot of money, but all of this money adds up. And if this can buy like one grocery item or just help pay for a bill or anything like that, I'm very grateful for that. And I don't share anything to brag or anything. I just share because I'm hoping to inspire and hoping to just, be realistic on what you can potentially make, especially as more of a beginner type. Well, for Etsy, uh, for this video, but really for any of the businesses that I currently have on here. And I mean, Amazon KDP, I think I've been doing that one for a while so far, but there's always still so much to learn, and I do consider myself a beginner still, at least for Etsy. So yeah, I really hope this is helpful. And thank you again so much for all of your support and patience and kindness and just, being so nice and understanding. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So thank you again so much for your patience and understanding. And thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I hope that you have a great day.